Her voice brought hope to many during World War II. Now campaigners want to raise £1 million to complete a memorial sculpture for Dame Vera Lynn.
More than £600,000 has been raised so far to honour the forces sweetheart who died 4 years ago. Her daughter has been talking to our reporter, Sarah Smith.
We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when.
It's the song, The Image, which has carried through the decades, now captured in sculpture. Dame Vera Lynn stands at the front and sings. Behind her, scenes from World War II, both overseas and at home. For her daughter, this tells the story not just of her mother, but of the importance of the role of those who didn't pick up a gun, but were still doing their bit.
It's not only for Mummy, it's also for all artists who gave their time, and it was very brave of them to go out to all these different places to lift the morale.
Susan Fleet was Dame Vera's friend and PA.
The elements within it are the boys with the piano, there's St Paul's during the Blitz, there's the family around the radiogram, there's the musicians. You know, it captures so much.
When Dame Vera died, it wasn't just Ditchling, but the whole country, in the midst of a pandemic, who remembered a woman whose voice had meant so much during terrible times. And it's that which inspired sculptor Paul Day.
I've had the opportunity and the privilege of making a number of sculptures and memorials in honour to people who fought in the Second World War and who served in various ways in different conflicts. I like my art to serve stories that are meaningful and impact us all in some way.
The work has yet to be turned into bronze. Another £1 million is needed to complete it. But say those busy fundraising, Dame Vera is worth it.
Her whole life was in service. She was a wonderful singer. What she did during World War II, going out to Burma, going out to her boys to bring them a bit of home. Her voice means so much to people, not just then, but still now.
And this, it's hoped, will help bring her story, her voice, to future generations too.
Sarah Smith, BBC News.
Well, you saw Dame Vera's daughter, Virginia Lewis-Jones, in that report, and we can speak to her now. Very good morning to you, Virginia. Just bring people up to date on where you are in terms of the fundraising.
Excuse my voice, I'm like Susan was. We've got about 600,000-700,000. We need another million to complete the bronze, which will be done, I think, in July. And for that reason, we're having a gala dinner in London. And tickets are still available. It's Friday, the 19th of April, at Amy at Our Legends, legend.com, amy@ourlegend.com, if anybody would like tickets. Everybody, not just me, because I'm her daughter, but everybody feels how important this is because, as it said in the previous slot, it's not just about Mummy, it's about everybody else who gave, all the artists who went out and to boost morale, not only, in fact, during wartime, but also after, for the general public. And very, very important for people to realise that. And the memorial that Paul has done, who's a very old friend, is absolutely amazing. I think you have shots of it. It's so detailed, and Sir David Amis is his face is in it, because he was the one that started this campaign off before he was terribly murdered, and so that's one of the reasons why we intend, obviously, to go through with it. And my father's there playing his clarinet or saxophone, I can't remember, in the orchestra. So, and it's a very round view. It's the boys singing and the girls singing round the piano, and it just donates. It's just a complete view, overall view of everything that went on during those times.
Good morning to you, Virginia. It's Naga. How much planning went into, the design of it with the sculpture? How long did it take, and kind of how long was the list of ins and outs, so to speak?
Oh gosh, now you're asking me. If I disappear, I apologise. quite a lot of time. The inspiration, of course, was from Paul. As I say, he was a very good friend of ours, and still is. And he was the one that gave the overall view, and we all put in our little, well, perhaps we ought to have that, and what about that, and what about this? And we all gave our little bit of views about what we thought was a good idea to incorporate it. But his is the prevailing genius, shall I say, the overall prevailing genius for the whole memorial. It took quite a long time, as he will tell you.
Well, good luck in seeing it emerge eventually. Virginia Lewis-Jones, Dame Vera's daughter, thank you very much for your time. I hope your throat gets better as well. Thank you very much for your time.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. OK, bye. Bye.